Hello, Professor. I hope you're doing well. I'm going to start answer this question. Two aspects to take into consideration when determining what item types you should use in your test. First, I choose items should align with the objectives, indicators of learning, the contents covered, and the skills practiced in. I think that test should match what we taught in class. If students have been learning how to read short story, write sentences, or use a simple grammar, um, the test should ask to the student the same things. For example, if they practiced writing, they should be asked to write, not just choose the right answer from the list, because the test should the idea is to check the skills we have been helping them to build. And I think that this should use simple words and give them tasks they already know, like reading a short story or fixing a sentences, like they do in class, because this thing helps them to feel confident and show what they really know. The second is items should reflect what teachers did and practice in class. It's almost the same if the students spend time learning how to read stories, grammar, or writing sentences. The idea is that the test should include those same kind of tasks. Second question, why is it important to write clear instruction in test? First, option, if instructions are clear, children can focus on showing what they know. I believe clear instructions help students understand exactly what they have to do. If they don't understand the question or the task, they could become confused even if they know the exactly answer, because clear instructions give to the students confidence to try hard to answer without guessing. Second, understand clearly how much progress our students have made or haven't. Clear instruction help us get correct results. We want to know how our students understand what they can do or not. But if if the instructions are unclear or ambiguous, their answer may not reflect their true ability. Therefore, when we write clear and simple instruction, we not only help students, but we also ensure that the test is fair and useful for everybody. And this part is about three aspects to improve in these instructions. First, the instructions are not clear. They don't explain exactly what the student is supposed to do. For example, it only says write the body, which is not really a complete or useful instruction. It doesn't specify what part of the body to write about or where to place it. And second, the drawing is not appropriate. It's too general, and you cannot clearly see which part of the body should be described or considerate. That's why I include multiple possible answers, because it's not clear what part of the body you have to put there. You can put the head, you can put um, the hair, and everything. It's okay. And third, I think in the next version or instruction, it will be better if we we, we put a thinner lines in the drawing and provide a more specific image. This will make it easier for the student to understand and know exactly what to do and where to write the response. In this part, I'm going to talk about the type of oral test that could be useful and in elementary school. First of all, I think that more important than the type of oral test is being completely short about the learning objectives. I think at the elementary school, it is especially helpful to use a everyday or a familiar situations, things that students can easily relate it to something. This not only helps them to practice, for example, vocabulary, but also supports long long terms learning because they are using language in a meaningful and real situations or context. Um, I prefer to choose, for example, I put this picture about a family because they can use it. I can ask them to talk about their parents, their brother, sister. We can use vocabulary related with um, possessives. We can use comparative, and the kids can enjoy it and relate it with with the young family. So I think this kind of using pictures about something, it's flexible and engaging way to check not not just the vocabulary, but sentences structure and oral fluency. Um, all through a task that feels natural and fun um, for young learners. In this slide, I'm going to talk about tips for making tests, including tips for the different item types. First of all, my source is my cousin. He's a professor in UCR University. He's a microbiologist. Um, I know he's not a teacher, but he always creates tests for the students. He says the first mix of question levels in a test, because when a test includes easy, medium, and more challenging questions, we avoid making it too easy or too hard for the students. And in that way, all students get a fair chance to show what they really know. Second, be clear and precise. Be clear and precise, write questions that are easy to understand without unnecessary words or very fancy words, or vocabulary, very complex vocabulary. So we as a teacher, it gives us a better information to guide the instructions and give a really good feedback for the students. That is a little bit that he mentioned. And about the different items, um, multiple choice, matching, short answer, and everything he said that the more important part of every single type of item is to be clear. Um, that all instruction have to have a sense. And other thing, important thing that you can ask someone else to read the instruction, um, because it's the way you can say if your instruction is clear or not. Thank you so much.